Hi there, everybody. It's me, Randy. We have an amazing show for you today. I just wanted to give you my usual warm welcome. I hope that you're doing great. And yeah. So, for all it is worth and all that I can do, I just want to make sure that anyone that comes across this video, anyone that comes across this page or my stuff, know that this is a safe space. This is a space for anyone and everyone, as long as you're respectful and mindful of how you react and interact with everyone. Not to say that I've had any negative experience of the sort, but it's important to be yourself and it's important to understand your worth. So, as we all saw in this episode of Survivor 50, they introduce the twist of the blood moon, which basically is a triple tribal. So, they had this merge, quote unquote, merge happen. And they are like, you know what? There's an advantage on this island. And the 17 of you have to go scramble around and try to go find it. So they did that. They had that classic scene of everyone searching, and they're like, it's like, who's gonna find it? Oh, is this person gonna find it? I hope so. I like them. Nope. Oh my gosh, is this person gonna find it? Gosh, I hope not. I do not want them to find it. Okay, they didn't find it. And then Ozzy finds the advantage, where basically he's like, has to go to exile and he has to take someone with him, which is basically like immunity, because there's 17 people right now. If you take those two people out of it, that leaves 15. They're going to divide this group of 15 into three tribes, even though they're merged, and they're all going to go to tribal council and they're all going to vote someone out. They're going to have an immunity challenge, and one person from each group of five is going to have a chance of getting immunity. So Ozzy picks Rizzo. The two of them are plucked out of this scenario, out of that island, and the rest of the five, or the rest of the 15 are divided up into groups of five. They have the immunity challenge, and Christian D and who's the other person? Stephanie win immunity. Stephanie wins the Applebee's reward for her group of five. When they go to tribal, it is Stephanie, Chrissy, Jonathan, Camilla, and Tiffany. And Tiffany and Camilla are thinking, because Jonathan was on the original Callow with them, that he'll vote with them to vote Chrissy out. Even though they blindsided him when they were on Sela and voted out Charlie. So really, it's a battle between Tiffany and Camilla and Chrissy and Stephanie, and who can get Jonathan. And as we see, it is Stephanie and Chrissy, and Camilla is voted out. I was so sad, but at the same time, I'm like, if it's between Camilla and Chrissy, I want Chrissy to stay. On the next tribe, where D won immunity. She's with Emily, Cirie, Colby, and Coach. And Colby doesn't have a vote because of a challenge journey that he did earlier on in the season. And really, on this tribe, it is the three women deciding who is going to go. There's that confessional from D where she's telling us that Coach and Colby are going to sit. They're going to roll over because they're her little puppies and she's going to decide which one gets to stay. And she is right, and they vote out Colby. So it's sad because I love Colby and I want Dee out. I want Dee out of this game ASAP. But we still have Coach, and it's funny because Coach tries to throw Emily under the bus to Dee, but she and Emily are joking about it later on. So I just love him so much. And in the preview, it looks like he is pissed off on the next episode. And then lastly, in the last tribe, we have Aubrey and Genevieve yet again. But to our relief, Aubrey is with two of her seemingly big allies, Devins and Christian, and then Joe was along for the ride too. So Genevieve immediately tries to get with Joe and tells him her plan, where she wants to get Christian to vote Devins out. So Christian has immunity, Aubrey has her idol, Genevieve knows this, so she's like, let's try to get Devins. And they're thinking that's like their last hope. They're thinking that maybe this will work, but Genevieve is voted out. And this was another sad instance for me where I love Genevieve. I want her to stay, but if it's between Genevieve and Aubrey, I'm going to pick Aubrey. I want Aubrey to stay. So, I mean, Chrissy and Aubrey survived, so I can't be too unhappy. Of course, people were talking a lot about Chrissy's comment to Jonathan, and I think to Stephanie about being cut from the same cloth. And people were like, I don't know, talking about how that's like a MAGA thing or a race thing. And I am choosing to give Chrissy grace because I love the woman. I'm still rooting for her. So there's that. And then really, it's just been such a great season. And as sad as it was to see Camilla, Colby, and Genevieve all voted out this episode, I heard someone say it on a podcast where they're like, it's that kind of season where there's so many great people. You love so many people that some people that you love are pretty much going to go every episode. Having said all of that, I have nothing but love for all of the survivors, even those that have questionable politics. So I do have a hit list, and it is with love. It's 4 people on it. I want Joe, Jonathan, Dee, and Stephanie out as soon as possible. Any of the other 10 to win, and I'm in. Until next time, I'm Randy. So I wanted to take you guys into my crazy watch list of TV shows that I have right now. And, if there's something that you want to suggest, something that I should be watching, please let me know. Obviously, I'm a huge reality TV show fan. So first and foremost, we have Survivor 50. We have all of our Real Housewives, which, oh, thank you, Jesus. Lord, thank you, hallelujah. Today is April 5th, and we're finally getting Atlanta back. We're getting a second episode of The Real Housewives of Rhode Island that premiered earlier this week. And earlier this week, we also got a good episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I love Beverly Hills. I love everyone over there that has a part in making the show, but this season has been so boring. And this episode was like, oh, finally some life. So with that, I'm also watching The Ladies of London. This revival of the franchise is amazing. These women are so interesting and cuckoo bird bananas. It is like must watch TV. And then what else? What other reality? RuPaul's Drag Race. So a lot of these shows, some of these shows are ending soon, like RuPaul's Drag Race and The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But this is, my watch list as of right now, or at least all of the reality TV stuff. Actually, that's not even everything because when these shows are going to end really soon too. Extracted and House of Villains. So hopefully Tyson or Paul will win that. And yeah, Extracted is ending soon, and so is House of Villains. So that's like what, 8 shows. And then as far as my scripted shows, I know this is already a lot of TV shows, but I want to add more scripted TV. I just started watching Paradise. I literally just watched the first episode yesterday, so I'm excited to dig into that. It looks like it's going to be interesting. Then I have my HBO trio, DTF St. Louis, as we've talked about, still has today's episode and then next week's finale. We also have The Pit, which has next week's episode, and then after that, they have their finale. And of course, we can't forget about Lisa Kudrow in The Comeback, Valerie Cherish, who obviously I can relate to. Um, and then, of course, last but definitely not least, the amazing, riveting, captivating Daredevil Reborn on Disney Plus. I absolutely love this show. It has everything that you want in entertainment. It's in a TV show, in a superhero TV show. That is more or less just getting started with 3 episodes in. So we have a good chunk of that to sink our teeth into still. So I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what I am watching as far as TV goes, aside from Survivor 50. Obviously, I'm a huge Survivor fan. I love it. But there's just so much good TV out there. It seems like it's almost impossible to watch it all. But I am determined. So as far as the movies go, I am doing pretty good. My goal, I have a new goal. Well, obviously, are aware of that I want to see as many new movies, as many new releases of this year. And I kind of started this like in 2024 in December. So obviously, that's not the ideal time. Last year was like kind of like my test run where I kind of felt out how it would be to keep track of something like that, or like to even try to get in the habit of it. But yeah, so like this year I'm coming in full steam ahead. I feel like I'm doing okay. It's the beginning of April and I'm just a little bit shy of 25 films. But I think I've seen like 23. So I'm right there. And it's not that bad when you think about like the time of the 12 months divided by 100. So that's about 25 movies every 3 months, which I'm more or less at. But yeah, it's just like the same thing where I was talking about having all of these TV shows to watch. There's just so much out there, and I want to see it all. I want to see as much of it as I can. I want to see as much of it as I can. I feel like even now, as I'm like honing in on the way that I am, it's still so like geared to a certain like type of film. There's so many other films out there. Like even with just this one little fun thing I'm doing, where I'm trying to see 100 new movies that come out this year. What about all of the movies that I didn't see last year or the year before that? Or so it just goes on and on. And there's so many great movies out there. There's so much great TV out there that, again, I want to watch it all. And I love it. It's like my happy place. But yeah. So I just saw the drama and I love the movie. I don't really know how much of the plot or how much of what the movie is about was out there because I didn't know much of it. And, I try to stay clear of that sort of thing. But going into the movie, I really didn't know what to expect. I really was kind of just thinking it would be almost like not a bunch of skits, but something where it's just a bunch of different moments and instances from this couple that was just going to show something deeper about their relationship or about the two of them individually. And you definitely got that from the movie. You definitely got an insight into these two characters, but it wasn't the way that I thought you were gonna get it. And yeah, I really liked it. I loved it. I was very surprised by the I don't even know if you want to call it a twist or like a surprise. Like I didn't know. So maybe like people knew that it was going to be that they knew about this. I did not know about this, and so it really made the movie worthwhile to me. It wasn't just what I expected, which was just like these random little snippets, these random instances throughout this couple's existence, and just the drama that comes with it. I didn't know that it was just going to have like be kind of more or less just like a normal story from like beginning to end, and it has like a whole like plot throughout like the whole thing. I thought it was going to be more, again, like how I was saying at the beginning, kind of just like a skit or just random scenes, seemingly random scenes that did reveal more like to who they were. So yeah, great movie. It really does bring the drama. And it's so funny because I went to see the movie alone, which is like one of my favorite things in the world to do. I love seeing movies with friends and family, but for whatever reason I just love going to the movies alone. It's just amazing to me. It's just like my own little world, and I cherish it. So there was a couple of sex scenes, but they weren't long. And for whatever reason, I don't know, I just am like not wanting to see that. I don't know if it's because I see these two actors in a certain light. Even Robert Pattinson, I don't know if I want to see him, doing that. So, but it adds to who these characters are really, and it's does add to the whole story. So, more or less, I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. And I'm leaving room to change that. I've only seen the movie once, so who knows what my opinion will be when I see it like another time. But yeah, so there's the movies. I also saw Mario Galaxy, and it's a kids movie. It's 100% a kids movie, but it's a cute kids movie, and it's fun. It really has, even for someone like me, like I don't play video games, but just from my childhood, it really, I'm like, oh my god, I know that, and that's from that, and oh my god, yeah, it was just so much of that that I loved it. I loved this movie. It's a kids movie, but it really had my heart from beginning to end. And this movie really focused on Princess Peach, which I loved, and her older sister. So she's my favorite. I would always pick her in Mario Kart. So if I didn't pick her, I picked Toad, who's like her sidekick. So he's right there with her. So it was just an amazing movie. They had this really cute Yoshi stuff in it that, oh my god, I loved the movie, and it was hard for me to rank it because I wanted to rank it really high, but at the same time I had to remember, I'm like, okay, this is a kids movie. So I did rank it 6 stars. I had to rank it at least 5 stars because that's like the line of a good versus bad movie. So it's a good movie. So, I was thinking of maybe giving it more like a 7, but I'm like, that just seems like too high to rank a movie that is so much of a kids movie and family movie. I really couldn't justify ranking it any higher than a 6. Um, The Real Housewives of Rhode Island. It was intense. It was kind of dark. I didn't really know much going into what we were gonna see, except for like obviously what they show in the trailer. But even at that, like when you hear stuff about like people cheating or whatever, it's just like, well, who? And is this true? It's just people talking shit. But I think more so specifically, Kelsey. Oh my god, she's so gorgeous. Love her. But it just seems so dark. Like the show seems dark. And even just the stuff that was going on with her and her partner. Like if you haven't seen the show, it was revealed on the first episode that she's been with this man for like 10 years and he is gone from their home in Rhode Island for like I think 5 to 6 months out of the year. And as when he's gone, he like dates other women, he sleeps with other women. And it's like to each their own, like I could never do that. I just maybe it's because of my age, because she was 20, 21, I think, when they started, or maybe even earlier than that. But I don't care how rich you are. There's no way. And, she says it in the first episode where she's like, now that I'm in my 30s, 30, 31, whatever it is, she wants some more. And of course you do. She deserves it. And my heart breaks for her. She's such a beautiful young woman. And the fact that this guy is like not willing to commit to her like that is, I mean, it's not shocking because you hear crazy stories, but I just, it's dark. It's dark for me. I don't know. I really, the episode left me feeling a little depressed. Like I liked it. It was a good episode, but it left me feeling a little depressed. All of the ladies seem really interesting. It's so funny because when I was introduced, well, like obviously when it came out and it was announced and they had the trailer, you see the women, but for whatever reason in my head, I pictured more women like Alicia and then Liz. I pictured more women that look like them, but in all actuality, like there's they're so young. Like Kelsey and Rosie look so young. They have to be some of the most beautiful housewives that have ever existed in the entire franchise. They're so beautiful, and it's ridiculous that they are like these married moms. Well, I don't think Kelsey is. Well, she's not married. I don't think she has kids. But Rosie, and then who are the other women? So then obviously there's Liz, who knows Dolores and looks like Dolores and owns the cannabis shop. She's kind of like a little cuckoo. She seems a little like she's one of those very interesting people where she just has those very quirky little mannerisms and ways of being, but she just seems so smart and so with it at the same time. She's not like way Kim Richards or like, like on that side. She's like right here in the middle. But and then Alicia, of course, is the one where it broke out before the show premiered that she donated to the Trump campaign. So it sucks because watching her, I want to like her. She's interesting, she's funny, I like the way she talks, but like I'm just like, no, I can't like you. You're evil. And then obviously I mentioned Kelsey and Rosie. There's Joe Ellman, who scares the shit out of me. She looks evil. And I say all of these things with love, really, but she just has this look about her where she just does not seem like a normal woman. And I don't know if it's because she's just so open about the shit she does and the shit she talks, but she's just so confident like she is. She has the confidence like she is perfect. And then who's the last housewife? Who am I forgetting? I'm gonna be like, how can I forget? What? Oh, it's Ashley. She is the kind of, she's another younger one. But yeah, so there's those two. Ashley seems kind of chill, so to speak. Uh, but at the same time, you can tell that there's something bubbling under the surface with her, some drama, some she's there's something like I don't she's already I don't know if it's just she talked about the whole thing with her husband in the coffee shop, but there's just something that she seems like really insecure about or like unsure of. But I don't know, time will tell. This was a very good episode, and Andy said that the second episode really pops off. So that's going to be tonight. I cannot wait. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this show. You know, I enjoyed making it. And until next time, make sure you tune in to all your favorite movies and TV.